congratulations, commiserations today, but I'm sure it won't be too upsetting because you guys already had it in the bag in terms of qualification for the next game. But sports people tend to downplay momentum, and we can't lie, 48 runs is a big loss. Now, yes, it was 5 changes to the team, but now talk about how now this might affect you guys going into that qualified match when you guys are going to come back here to play against Cape Town for the Sportsman final.
Yeah, so look, obviously you never go into a game expecting to lose a game. So yes, you can talk about momentum, all those kind of things. However, we earned the right to maybe try a couple of combinations, to try a couple of different things. And we obviously looking forward. I think the schedule's worked out nicely that we can actually stay in Gqeberha before the playoff game. So it gives us a little bit of time in terms of recovery and being able to get, as I say, the last 2 games we tried a couple of different combinations looking ahead to the playoff game. So we're not going to look too much into the sort of result, but more along the sort of process of what we were trying to achieve.
Speaking about that, actually, that last part of the process, if you can just speak about that pathway, was it a matter of just bad execution from your guys' end, or just a case of just good bowling from someone else?
Look, I think they did find a good length, but I would say that it's more along bad execution. I think probably 1 or 2 of our batters would look at a couple of their sort of shot selections around what they were trying to do. I thought our bowling and fielding display was exceptional. I thought the way we sort of marshalled our troops in the bowling, and Bjorn did an outstanding job working his bowlers around, and I thought it was a below par score. So yeah, more along the execution from a batting perspective. So 1 or 2 things to look at there, but yeah, overall that sort of process has given us a little bit of insight ahead of Tuesday.
And some of the talk has been around the change themselves, sure, which is, like I said, warranted. But one of those players of yours, there's talk that there might be a bit of an injury with him, which is one of the reasons why he was rested today. Any confirmation on that? Is he dealing with something, or is it just a matter of which guy just resting him ahead of the big game?
Yeah, more trying different combinations, trying to give opportunity. We felt that our squad and our recruiting of the squad was good enough to get everyone in the mix throughout the tournament. So yeah, it's more around sort of the resting and just rotation.
Now, coming ahead now to the big game on Tuesday, the winner gets a spot in the final. If you could just talk briefly about that, what do those conversations now become ahead of that match? Because whoever wins, like I said, just goes straight to the final.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been fortunate enough to be in a position where we can think a little bit ahead. So it's a massive game, obviously. I think if you look at the track record of franchise cricket when this sort of system of playoffs kicked in a few years back in the IPL, etc., it's always sort of seemed that teams finishing 1 and 2 end up winning the trophy. So it was very important for us to get into that position, and I think we've played enough good cricket over the last 3 weeks to warrant that position. So yeah, looking ahead to it, MI obviously have a nice team, but yeah, we're fairly confident that if we execute the plans that we've put in place, we've got enough. I think our squad covers a lot of different avenues. We can play enough spinners, enough seamers, and we've got enough batting depth from an all-round perspective to beat anyone on any given day.
And then just last one from me, I'm sure you guys knew that Joe Root was going to be able to finish the tournament regardless of how far it went. And then you guys got H1 from Australia after his performance in the Big Bash these past number of weeks. It wasn't a pleasant start from your out there for today, but what can you expect from a player such as him as you guys head over now to maybe, the next game of the tournament and maybe even the final?
I think in knockout games you want as many match winners as possible in the 11, and I think what we've seen from Mitch over the last few weeks in Australia certainly warrants that he's a match winner. So yeah, he's been fantastic coming into the group. He was actually keen. He literally arrived a few hours before our previous game, and he actually wanted to play in the game. So it just sort of shows where his head's at and how keen he is to be around the group. So yeah, been super impressive with him over the last couple of days, and again, match winners is what you want. The more match winners that you can have on the field, you know that on any given day these guys can put in a performance and get you over the line. So yeah, we're 2, maybe 3 games away from lifting the trophy, and we got to believe that we're in a good space. We've played enough good cricket to get us where we are. I can't confirm whether he'll definitely play in the next game. That's up to the head coach and the captain, being Dave. So we're pretty confident that he'll be ready to go. So I can't confirm anything at this stage, but we're confident that we'll have our skipper back. He did carry a niggle. I think everyone is aware of that. He obviously limped off the field a couple of games ago, but we're pretty positive from a medical point of view that he'll be fit to go.
And just on that absence of Joe, obviously you feel like he runs that squad and also the overs that he's contributing. But everyone has spoken about what he is like to start with and the influence he's had on it, whether it's pitch factor or whether it's one great joy. Is that an area where you feel like you need other senior players perhaps to stand up and provide that? Because it's quite young back now.
Yeah, look, I think if you take Joe Root and David Miller out of any batting lineup, the team will probably feel that. And again, just to harp on, we felt that we've played enough good cricket to warrant giving a few opportunities and testing the depth of some of our younger South Africans, which again, going into new seasons, all that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit looking to the future as well. But I don't think you can replace a Joe Root. There's only a handful of players in the world that do what he does, both on and off the field. He's obviously highly skilled, but he's also a hell of a character and what he brings to the sort of team culture around how he goes about his stuff. So it was always going to be a bit of a loss for us, regardless, with him leaving. However, the void needs to be picked up by other senior players as well as the group and us as staff. That's part of our jobs as well.
No one likes to think that round makes as much of a difference as sometimes they can, but is there almost a sense of relief that when you play him next, you're not playing against that home side?
I think that counts all over the country. I mean, the sort of local support that teams get is phenomenal, and that's a big credit to what makes this tournament what it is. So yeah, I suspect we might see a few orange shirts still on Tuesday, but it will be nice. Hopefully we can get our PR right and get a few pink shirts floating around.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for chatting, and all the best to the players.
Thanks, guys.